on, everybody? Welcome back to the No Job Rob Show. In today's video, I am back by the frozen lake, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about facial hair. It's actually not the real subject of this video, but I was inspired to do a video about Pareto's principle based on shaving my mustache the other day. If you guys have been keeping up with the channel, you know I was rocking a mustache until recently. And the mustache inspired me to do this video because it harkened me back to something called Pareto's principle. You guys may know this as the 80-20 rule, something that I became familiarized with by reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, but it's certainly not something that originated with that book. It's actually been pretty prevalent throughout history. I'm sure you guys have heard this before, that 80% of the wealth in the world is controlled by 20% of the people, and I believe that figure is actually closer to 99% controlled by 1% of the people. There are various permutations of the rule, but the thinking behind it is the same, that the vast majority of the output of something is determined by a small minority of what's actually put in. So the reason why I decided to shave my mustache was that 80% of the effort that was going into maintaining my facial hair was trimming my mustache every few days when it would get over my lip and drive me crazy, and it was only producing 20% roughly of the results in terms of the amount of facial hair presence on my face. So what I did was I essentially decided to fire my mustache, because the beard required much less effort. We could even say 20% of the effort for 80% of the output. And by firing the mustache and just shaving it off and no longer having to maintain it, I knew that I was going to free up so much more time. And that same principle is something that can apply to the lives of basically everybody, because there's an overwhelming sense that being busy is the same thing as being productive. But if you're not optimizing what it is you're doing, then 80% of the time that you're spending being busy and 80% of the things that you're doing are only giving you 20% of the results. So just think about how much is being wasted by not prioritizing and optimizing and eliminating the things that aren't giving you that output, and instead focusing in on the 20% of things that actually are producing results for you. I was thinking about doing a whole video about this, but I watched an awesome video by Sam Ovens, who is the owner of Consulting.com. He just put out a video called Death by 1,000 Cuts, and the subject of the video, I can sum it up in a couple of minutes. It's like a half-an-hour video, but he talks about how a lot of people, what they think is that what's really taking away from their productivity are big major life events that really draw them away and draw their focus away. But what that's really doing is masking the things every day that are totally sabotaging you. And what I'm talking about are just tiny little interruptions to your focus. And this could be a matter of having to charge your laptop. You know, say you're working on your laptop and then your laptop's about to die, but your charger's in the other room, so you gotta pick up the laptop, relocate to the other room, and it doesn't seem like much. It just seems like something where you can just take 30 seconds, do it, and then get back to work. But the reality of it, what most people don't realize, is that it takes at least about half an hour to get into a level of focus where you're actually being productive, accomplishing a task. And every time you spend 30 seconds or a minute doing something else, whether it's deciding what to wear, what to eat, anything like that, then it's going to take you probably close to another half an hour just to get right back to where you were. And you can see how that can add up over the course of a day. Just so many hours taken away from you that you could have spent in that state of focus and productivity. So I encourage you guys to think more about results and what it is that's actually giving you them, and what is actually worth spending your time and focus on, and just try to optimize your day around maintaining that focus and honing in on that 20% or so that's going to give you the 80% of your results. So I hope you guys found that helpful. This has been No Job Rob. Again, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe. If you like this format of video, just me kind of out in nature here, just riffing, then let me know, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a happy new year tonight if you're watching this on the 31st when I post it. And again, thank you guys very much for tuning in today.